Hello students, this is your course on content marketing. In this video, we are starting a new chapter which is developing a content strategy, and we are going to discuss defining goals for content marketing. Now, goals. Let's first understand why goals are necessary and why, from a content marketing perspective, designing goals is an essential beginning step for strategy building or strategy development. Content marketing is a long term and ongoing process. Therefore, its goals must also be designed to capture the long term interests of business and customers, which means that having goals is essentially a way to have clarity over a long period of time as to what the company wants to do and what the content marketers have to achieve, have to execute in order to achieve the business objectives or underlying business goals of the company. It usually starts with the step wherein the strategy is being designed. Over 60% B2B and B2C best in class content marketers usually have a documented strategy. And which goes to say that for any content marketer starting right now, today, and they're just developing a content strategy for a company, makes sense to have a written content strategy. This particular document can provide a lot of clarity, a lot of insight at later dates, especially when selecting formats, niches, different types of content, and content generation strategies to be developed, as well as the budget to be allocated for content marketing efforts. Then, an essential part in goal development is understanding where the company stands on collaboration. Can the content marketer have the independence, the flexibility of involving influencers, experts, and established writers from the field and give them the content social wings and trust? Or the company is going to restrict the content marketer when it comes to developing original content, and they will have a high level of secrecy and a lot of expectation as well as execution will be in house. Then, while setting goals, the content marketer also have to remember that this is the phase to decide what level of diversity is possible, from videos, infographics, blog posts, white papers, podcasts, blogs, social media posts, what level of diversification is possible to engage their customers and what is actually required to connect with their customers. Then, while setting goals, again, if for a content marketer, it is important to remember that establishing random backlinks or showcasing black hat SEO practices is definitely not the way to go. Therefore, while identifying or establishing goals, this should be a stated fact or a stated guideline in the content strategy document itself, that organic growth is the way that the content campaigns will be designed, and that is how the company would want to achieve its desired goals. Then another essential aspect of goal setting for content marketing is being compatible with mobiles, because majority of the customers today are using their mobile devices for consuming content. So that is something which should be an inherent unsaid thing in the goal development of content marketing. Then, of course, the quality is an important aspect, and it's not something to be compromised on, because that will have a direct impact on the brand. And therefore, while setting goals, the content marketer has to remember that it would be an unsaid but ever expected outcome of every content marketing effort that high quality content will be delivered. And lastly, the business aspect has to be kept in mind. Ultimately, content marketing is a function under marketing, and the key objective is to create value for the customer and drive profit for the business. So, it has to be something that is kept in mind while designing any kind of content marketing goals. Essentially, the process is cyclic in nature, which means although goals are set in the beginning, they are not very rigid. and they can be tweaked from time to time, especially if some of the goals are achieved and the company's in a mode or in a phase or at a stage of restructuring or repositioning. So, the content marketing strategy, therefore, begins by understanding a strategic plan. Understanding a strategic plan requires asking of some critical questions, which is, who do you want to reach? How will you deliver the content to them? And how will you achieve and measure your targeted results? These are very deep and hard hitting questions for a content marketer, because this in itself means that the content marketer has to reply with their buyer persona, target buyer persona. Will have to tell what would be the channels that will be used for delivering content to their target buyer persona, and what kind of KPIs would be measured and how will they be measured, and what kind of goal achievement will they indicate. Answering these three important questions itself can be beginning of a beautiful content strategy being formulated by a content manager. But then it has to be overlaid by other important aspects of a content marketing strategy, which is positioning, value proposition, and business case. So once you have this basic strategic plan in mind, that who am I reaching, how am I reaching them, and how will I achieve my desired goals, the next step is asking what is your brand's unique value personality and what makes it better choice over your competitors. So this is something which can afford a lot of clarity to the content marketer, explaining to them that how they are different from the market and what are the things which they are doing the same as the competitor but in a better fashion. And therefore therein lies a lot of scope for content generation, and therein lies a lot of topics, a lot of keywords which can be used for achieving the pre-decided content goals. Then the next step is understanding the value proposition, that what value do you provide to your audience with your content. So here the value proposition is not that of your product but that of your content. Are you creating content to basically educate your customers? So is it going to be informative and educational in nature? Is your content more engaging and entertaining in nature, just improving upon the brand awareness and brand image? Or is your content such that it is going to facilitate the customer buying decision and their overall product usage experience? So you have to understand what is the value that your content can give to the customer, which will further dictate how in depth, how technical, or how creative your content has to be. Then you also have to address the question that how do you stand out from other content creators? Would you have a different approach? Would you have a different look and feel about your content? Or would you, of course, want to have a majority of your content which is similar to what your competitors are publishing with minor adjustments? So you need to answer these questions also, because you cannot just mindlessly enter into the process of start churning out content without realizing that what kind of impact it can have on your business. And then ultimately you have to ask that what business goals do you need to achieve. We've previously discussed in the last chapter that your business goals could be achievement of brand awareness, or converting prospects into leads and leads into customers, or featuring in the customer consideration set. So if this is the case, then what kind of content strategy you need to formulate essentially becomes part of your goal setting exercise. You also need to ask how content marketing will bring your business closer to those goals. And therefore, it's a simple process of first listing your business goals. Based on those business goals, defining your content marketing goals. Then, many marketers actually utilize the content marketing funnel also to list their highlighting content marketing goals, and mapping the activities as well as the KPIs along with these goals within the funnel itself for ease of later understanding and reference, and staying on point, staying on track, that if they're doing certain content generation, what kind of goal is it aligned with. As you can see in the content marketing funnel here, there are three major stages recognized, which is top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. The top of the funnel stage is when you want to increase your brand awareness and you want to make prospects aware of your product, of your brand, and the kind of content that you're publishing out there. So, this naturally becomes one type of content marketing goal. Another goal which can be considered is the middle of the funnel goal, wherein you want the customer to start evaluating and considering your product, and from a prospect become a lead. And therefore, now your type of content becomes more in depth, more helpful, more technical, and of course, something which is not really available on the surface, is something which the customer has to explore and find out. So it will include a lot of educational resources, quiz, surveys, downloads, webinars, and events. And this is something wherein you are also building content not just for new leads and new customers, but for your existing customers also, and qualifying them for cross sell and upsell opportunities. Ultimately, the bottom of the funnel is considered as a phase wherein you want to convert these leads into actual customers and you want to facilitate an informed purchase decision. So, a different type of content is projected here, is planned here, and this therefore also becomes a very critical content marketing goal. Now, according to research, the four topmost content marketing goals, which are listed, which are written by most of the content marketers in their content strategy documents, are brand awareness, which 69% of them definitely include in their strategy. Then lead generation, good 68%, 67% accept that to be an important goal. Customer acquisition, a good 68% accept customer acquisition to be a very important goal of content marketing efforts by the company. And then customer retention and loyalty also has about 62% preference, which means that the biggest players that are out there using content marketing as an important sub function in the organization, they are using it to bring new business, as well as having strong customer engagement and customer retention to drive referral business or recurring business out of that. So these are the common content marketing goals which you can also think of as a potential content marketer while writing down your content strategy document. Now, let's take a use case here. Let's say company A has been providing customer relationship software solution to a global B2B market for 5 years, which means this is not a new brand. The brand already exists for 5 years and has developed a strong customer base of 150 customers spread across 17 countries. So, this is a brand that has already been dealing with a lot of customers across geographies, and therefore is likely in a position where they have generated a lot of internal content for managing their customer needs and of course handholding them through their acquisition and transition process. So this is a brand that may not be doing content marketing right now. They are definitely in a position where they can start doing it almost effective immediately. Using this particular case to understand that how a situation or a need of the business can dictate the content marketing goals. Now, the company has a website and a LinkedIn account that provides information about the products and services offered by the company. Recently, Company A has decided to invest in content marketing. After 5 years of being active on social media, as well as having a website offering the products and solutions, the company has finally decided to actively invest in content marketing. So, they want to emerge as a thought leader in the market space, which means that they are not alone in the market. They have a lot of competition, and it's possible that the company eventually wants to increase their pricing. They want premium clients, they want to increase the profitability, and for that to happen they want to emerge as a thought leader. It's also possible that they're looking at new markets to expand into, and for that uh, it's possible that they're facing tough competition, and only if they have a very strong brand image as opinion and thought leaders, they can hope to actually snatch some of the clients of their competitors over there. So, to do that, what should be the content marketing goals for developing effective strategy and achieving desired results for company A? So, it's a simple case wherein you understand that the company wants to establish itself as a leader. Therefore, we understand that the type of content that the company can generate cannot be just creative, flimsy, entertaining version of whatever product or service that they are delivering. They cannot be producing content for newbie readers who have no idea about what is customer relationship software or what the company A actually does. They want to talk to readers who already know about this niche, who already know of this product and service solution, and therefore their content has to be quite heavy duty, technical, and in depth. So, what should be the goals which the company should be setting? Obviously, this particular indicator that they want to be a thought leader is telling you that the content marketing goals will be most appropriate for its business needs, and they would be brand awareness as well as customer retention and loyalty. So, why brand awareness? The main objective that they want to enter into new market and they want to attract new customers, and that is only possible against a tough competition if they are seen as a superior brand. Therefore, brand awareness become a definite important goal. And customer retention and loyalty becomes another important content marketing goal because as thought leaders, they want to ultimately work on their pricing and profitability, and they want to drive more business out of their existing customers. And that is only possible if the customers are strongly engaged with them and see value in paying more money to the same company that they have been doing business with for the past 5 4 years. So what they can do for these goals to be achieved is that they can start creating long form blogs which are POV or thought leadership based. They can publish white papers, webinars, and podcasts can be organized. Then they can create a lot of research based resources and, of course, work on developing inbound links through industry influencers and social media, thereby generating an ecosystem of the information existing in the market space wherein customers can start seeing the brand in various high influencing platforms and start forming a more increasingly positive opinion of the brand. So we saw the business situation and the business need of becoming a thought leader, and we mapped it to some clear cut goals. And then, of course, we linked these goals to the activities that need to be arranged, that needs to be executed over a period of time to achieve those goals. So, in a nutshell, that is how goal setting works in content marketing, and that is the kind of clarity goal setting can provide to a content marketer, because as you can see here with these two goals itself, the entire year's work is cut out for the content marketer. A clear pathway is laid out that what needs to be done, what kind of formats are required, what kind of execution strategies are required for the desired business needs to be achieved through the content marketing campaigns. So it's a very clear image that emerges out of it if only clear goals can be mapped to the business need or business situation at hand. So that's about goal setting in content marketing. Next up, we will discuss about identification of niche, wherein niche is the topic niche, wherein content has to be published. Until then, thank you.